So effectively, the lost things are going to be pulling you all in from your separate walks of life, and you are going to be kind of meeting under the umbrella of the entrance to the Witchlight in the fading afternoon light. As you start to realize, looking around, you can kind of see people that look like they're experiencing the same emotions you are. You can see this kind of lost look, this kind of hunger. The one to have something returned to you that until recently wasn't even really that noticeable in its loss. So I think we'll do a bit of character introduction, and maybe as you guys kind of queue to get to enter into the Witchlight, there's a bit of discussion. Maybe you get to realize there's a bit of common ground, that you guys have also lost something strange. You all would have snuck in. Those of you that lost something, you all would have had the same experience as sneaking in as a child, getting caught, and meeting. I'll actually give you a handout, so because you would remember like a flash of what these figures look like. The owners, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. Here they are. So, actually, I think start off with this beginning part here. Those of you that were here as a child, when you met Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. There it is. Okay, so the traveling extravaganza, known as the Witchlight Carnival, visits your world once every 8 years. And you have a dim memory of sneaking into the carnival as a child without paying for a ticket. And the memory has grown foggy over time. It still conjures a weird mix of emotions, wonder and awe, loss and regret, all kind of mixed into each other. But during this childhood visit, your character lost something. You tried to find it, but the carnival owners, a pair of elves named Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, were decidedly unhelpful. "Silly little screeching cricket," said Witch. "You forgot to buy a ticket, didn't you?" "The carnival goes round and round," said Light. "The multiverse is our playground. Nothing's free and nothing's lost. Every visit has its cost." And so as time passed, your heart became less heavy, and you gave less and less thought to these childhood events. But now, for reasons you can't explain, the longing to retrieve that which you have lost has resurfaced. And as though an old spell has faded away, allowing you to feel the loss as sharply as if it happened yesterday. And this is now when the Witchlight Carnival returns. And you all find yourselves standing near a ticket booth by the entrance at twilight, just as the carnival is about to open. You meet others who look as troubled as you, and without knowing how or why, you sense that each of them has lost something as well. Perhaps you've all been brought here together for a reason. And so then I think we can actually start getting a bit further into things. The Witchlight Carnival, which you guys all find yourselves drawn to, except for the Hands, who have been kind of busy setting things up this whole time and preparing for the influx of visitors. There's a set series of hours that the Witchlight Carnival runs, with events at certain hours, which you can kind of see in the top left, and we will be tracking your time throughout your night here. It typically runs for a full night cycle. I believe it's 8 hours here. And then keep in mind that the Witchlight is to some extent a representation of a slice of the Fae. As such, upsetting the mood in either direction can have strange effects. You will be starting at neutral mood, the carnival at least. And depending on how you do things, you can go up or down to change things for the better or worse. Awesome. Okay. I think let's maybe do a bit of character introductions here. So, and just to confirm, it's Vito and Blazicus that are Hands. Yes. Okay. Cool. As for the rest of you, as you are here on this, it is a fairly nice evening. There is a bit of a chill in the air, but as you've made your way into the hills from Waterdeep, it's Well, it's been safe because of the amount of travelers along the road. Something that's strange in and of itself is you've just been on a bit of a hillside path meandering towards the woods in the distance, always with this light on the horizon. And now that you've finally arrived, you see the crowd of strange figures, regular folk, children crying at their mothers' waists, shouting that they want to go in. And you kind of join this queuing throng. The expectance on the air and the excitement kind of leaves this thick air of interest, of mystery. There's definitely something strange that can happen at the carnival, and kind of everyone feels it. And as you look to the others around you, some of them do show similar signs of longing and maybe loss that you feel. And we'll start off with. Let's see here. We'll start off with Sydney. As you look around, various people crowding over you, underneath you, flying above you, as all walks of life are here tonight. You do look to the side to see a half-elf figure standing next to you, possibly looking proud, possibly slumped over. But Livia, as he notices you out of the corner of his eye, kind of with the same expectant air, what does he see? Can you describe your character for us?
Livia is a half elf. She is blonde, kind of short haircut, pretty close to her chin, blue eyes, not very tall, about 5.5 feet tall. She is wearing leather armor that looks like it's probably part of a uniform. She's part of the City Watch, but not part of just the regular watch. She's an investigator, so she kind of works on special cases and probably has an insignia somewhere on her armor indicating that. She's reserved, quiet, kind of watching things calmly around her, maybe watching some of the kids a little closer than the adults, and just kind of observing as people come and go, a little uncertain whether she wants to actually approach the carnival herself.
Fair enough. And would it be obvious what you have lost here?
No.
Okay. So looking around, interested in, maybe a bit hopeful, and that tonight may provide you with some answers, or maybe something a bit more than answers. You do catch out of the corner of your eye a strange-looking dwarf fellow that does look to be along the same vein, kind of waiting with this air of expectancy, not really wanting to dedicate himself or to kind of head into the masses as such. And Sydney, what does she see as she looks towards you?
I am Sydney. I am a maybe 4.5 foot dwarf. Long blonde beard, blonde ponytail, kind of held back with a headband. Wearing a pair of like sky blue goggles that would be used for like investigating stuff. Wearing very bizarre, just random clothing. Just they don't seem to match. They're just kind of. It's just like an outfit that was thrown together, accompanied by an apron smock.
Nice. So just, yeah, pretty haphazardly dressed. And there's a couple of you pushed up together, and you're getting closer as it looks like they're pretty close. And some of the first people are actually beginning to get their ticket stubs and head in. You can see a strange little ancient, decrepit goblin that looks like he's got a hearing horn in one hand and like a loudspeaker in the other, admitting people as they come up to pay for their tickets. And you are surrounded by all kinds of folk as you kind of looking around, sensing people like you kind of everywhere in the crowd. There is a figure that is looking interestedly, almost hungrily, at the carnival itself. Benbrick, what do they see as you stand there nearby?
Yes. What you can see is I do look human. I'm about 5'11". I've got long, kind of dirty blonde hair, pale white skin. Um, my eyes are red though, and I do have a kind of a what looks like a very giant sword on my back, and I have a doll, kind of hanging off like my hip almost. It's a very ugly and creepy looking doll, and don't think you can see what I've lost.
Okay, fair enough. And then finally, as you guys begin to surge forward, and you can start to hear the carnival music kind of begin in the background, there is another figure, a sleek feline figure, twisted. Do you have a kind of an idea what your character would look like?
Yes, I'm a black tabaxi with kind of yellowish eyes, darting around, ears twitching back and forth as I try to listen into conversations around me. Mostly aware, if not mildly anxious looking, of my surroundings.
Okay.
Cloak with hood up, but I've got ear cutouts.
Nice. So
And I'm
would
not
any
like,
of you... Yeah?
and I'm not like sneaking or anything. I'm just walking normally, trying not to draw attention, just eavesdrop.
Sure. Well, would there be a chance that any of the party might be open about what they've lost, maybe mentioning it to some of the others around them? I realize it can be a bit of a personal thing.
I think mine's a little obvious.
I probably wouldn't say anything yet.
That's fair enough. I guess you could look towards Sydney and see that he definitely doesn't seem to have much of a sense of fashion. Okay, and you do see other people in the, one or two in the crowd around you, and some conversations do include, like, I swear, last time I was here as a child, I snuck in under the cover of darkness, didn't pay for tickets at all. I swear I was never as tall again from that day. And, it wasn't a lot of height, but I don't know, it's really been weighing on me recently. The person next to him, kind of looking dour. I know what you mean. I haven't smiled since. There is a strange air of kind of... It is a bit dark in some senses as well, as people have had kind of great aspects of their life kind of wrenched from them. Okay, and so for our two Witchlight Hands, so that is Kelvin and Umberto. Are you guys both here?
I'm here.
Okay. You would have been approached by Burley, and I will give you the handout for that. Burley, who is the kind of main, you're like head security, just because he's so big. This is kind of what he looks like tonight, at least. And he would have given you orders to look for a specific set of people that might not necessarily be arriving together. And they have been comped. Their tickets have been paid for by... it's not important who by. You're not told. You guys are just to take them to some of the first rides and make sure that they at least seem to be having a good time.
Okay.
Right. Otherwise, beyond that, you are not really on duty tonight, so you're free to enjoy the carnival as a guest, effectively.
Excellent, excellent. I have a pipe of smoke monsters, so like as I'm like watching, I'm puffing on my pipe, and I have like little like small animals just dancing around my head.
I absolutely
Love
love
it.
that damn thing. Nobody ever uses it.
I mean, it was sad. Umberto definitely smokes. You know what I mean? Is there a place that's like an open space I can set up to begin playing my my lute for some loose
Oh.
change?
You just want to start busking? They're not going to like that.
But I mean, yeah, I know people here.
Wait, is that one of the Witchlight Hands?
Yeah,
That's even worse. Oh my lord.
How's that worse?
They take a
You like off
a
duty?
90-10 cut.
I'm gonna give him my 10%. That was obvious that I was gonna do that. I didn't even think I had to explain that.
Oh, I see.
They'll take 90, you keep 10.
What? Sorry, got my drink there. What?
And then they take an additional 5 for just renting out the space.
Oh my god, I hate this carnival.
The music begins to kick up. You can hear the carnival music around you. That's playing through Roll20 again. That's through Chrome. Now, the first thing you guys see as you arrive here this night, and it is a beautiful night, honestly. The air is expectant, and you can see little creatures and lights flying around as the carnival welcomes you with open arms. The first place you arrive is the ticket booth, and you can see a silver statue of a dancing fairy mounted on the roof of a booth surrounded by fluttering butterflies. The booth's decorated with an animated depiction of the night sky, and you can see shooting stars arcing across it. An elderly goblin perched behind the ticket counter is peering at everyone who arrives one by one, quizzically through a spyglass. And as he lowers the spyglass, he calls out, "Greetings, fair goers!" And what was that? And swaps over to this brass hearing horn so he can make out what people are saying. As you guys get to your spot in line, you see two figures. The four of you that were in line, as you kind of have arrived as one here, there are a couple of Witchlight Hands, and you can tell them out by the butterfly wings, the fake butterfly wings that are strapped to the back. They're looking at a couple of pictures or descriptions on a paper and kind of looking over the clients as they enter. And they would definitely notice something about you guys. You would fit the bill, but as you guys kind of notice or not, what would they see as they look towards the Witchlight Hands? Calvin, let's start with you.
Looking towards Kelvin, they would see about a 4.5 foot tall rabbit creature humanoid, just wearing basic carnival attire. He's been lifting stuff all day. He's tired. Has like suspenders over the shoulders and sleeves rolled up to about the elbows, showing his arm fur and his hands. His one of his pant legs is kind of rolled up a little bit more than the other one, and his feet are kind of nervously just patting against the ground. Ears kind of twitching, kind of moving a little bit side to side and drooping a little bit as Kelvin's nose kind of twitches as he looks down at the paper and shifts to look up around. It seems like Kelvin might be have some anxiety a little bit looking around, but to the other Witchlight hand, you would know that this is just his demeanor. Kelvin is pretty calm in situations unless he's not, and that's come in handy a few times during the carnival. Just kind of looking around and kind of nudging Umberto a little bit, seeing a few people that kind of look like the descriptions, but then kind of like waving it off and be like, "Oh, that's not them. But how about those guys? Nope, that's not them." Just kind of standing next to him a little bit in the shadow.
I'm just sort of like a hummingbird moving like very quickly from one area to another as I play like my lute.
And what do you look like?
What do I look like? A very
Umberto.
very dark skinned, bald with a long graying beard, with some
Nice.
fairy wings. I look very much like a hummingbird. Like an old, decrepit hummingbird that somehow still moves very quickly.
So, and your size, is it small?
2.5 feet? Yeah, I would say small, yeah.
Perfect. All right, just checking. Well, yeah, you two do look over and you begin to see a group of people that fit the bill. They seem to be speaking to the aged ticket booth goblin as you look.
Welcome. If you're interested in buying a ticket, it's going to be 8 silver pieces. Or you could possibly take me up on if you can't afford it. We got other offers, ways you could pay.
I imagine you guys make your way over to the ticket booth.
Certainly.
Yes.
Yeah, Livia will start getting into her purse and counting out money she fully expects to have to pay to come in this time.
What's the
Yeah,
ticket
Sydney
booth
will be-
worker name?
Fresnum. I'll put that in chat.
Okay, Kelvin will kind of see the group there and walk up and kind of, just like the ears or like over the, the booth, Kelvin will put the hand up and say, Fresnum, hey, and kind of like hand the paper to Fresnum.
All right, fine. It looks like you all have your tickets paid for. All right, that's 1, 2.
Starts counting them out.
Here you are. And if you two are going to be off tonight, I've been told to give one to each hand.
And he will give you guys as well.
So if you want to ride the ride, you got to get it punched.
Yeah, we know how it works. Thanks, Fresnum.
Thank you very much, President.
Very well.
I mean, I was talking to them for that last part. But off you go, have fun. Next, welcome.
As you guys kind of hear him start his whole spiel all over again, you are all awarded with a ticket that can take about 8 punches. You can see they're kind of pre-set marking spots for it.
As Sydney gets his ticket, he lets out a somewhat boisterous laugh, going, "Oh ho ho! Thank you kindly."
Welcome to the carnival. Seems like you all got free tickets. There's a lot you can do here. A lot of fun. Come on. And Kelvin just like is patting his feet a lot as he's speaking and waiting for the group of them to like gather around.
Yeah, I'll start making my way over towards Kelvin, seeing his mannerisms.
I'm going to lazily fly forward as well, strumming upon my lute.
I'll head that way since they seem to have answers as to why we're getting in free this time.
I'll probably pull up the back of the line, looking over my shoulder and still paying attention to everything.
Sure. And as they begin to gesture you forward into the carnival proper, the first kind of event arrives unknowingly before you. You start to hear these sounds of an interesting, strange device. There is a calliope playing. That is a nightmare. You kind of hear this really strange machine there, and as you look, it is being operated by a monkey wearing a cloak that is covered with many, many buttons. And you can see it turning the handle at the wagon's wheel, sending this music into the air from rows of golden whistles. And as you're watching this strange event take place, there's a bit of movement at your feet, and you look down to see a goblin dressed as a ladybug toddling up to you, its arms kind of stiff to the sides because the costume is very much too small for it, and it rattles a tin cup under your nose. You hear the monkey in the distance.
Spare a button, if you please. I'll sew it next to all of these. I offer nothing in its place besides a smile upon my face.
And he kind of he flashes his white teeth as he continues to power the calliope.
I mean, what is our? I looked at everybody else and said, so how many buttons we got?
I'll go ahead and take one from my cloak and drop it in the bucket.
Yeah, I'll
Do
pull one.
Do we have
I'll
some
pull
sort of
one off
like?
my apron.
Oh, we do have lots of buttons. There isn't some sort of like button economy.
I actually don't
I
have
mean-
any spare buttons.
Kelvin has
Maybe-
some in his pocket because he'll occasionally pick ones up that have fallen just to give it to his friend over at the Calliope.
And I mean, I would ask her and
Nice.
say, well, what kind of buttons do you need, you beautiful young nymph? Do you need big buttons, small buttons?
And who are you talking to? The monkey that's
Beautiful.
playing this thing?
Yeah, didn't it just speak to us?
It sang a song for you, asking you to spare a button. Sure, yeah. I'm just wondering. It is a monkey.
Well, I mean, but it spoke.
It spoke, yes.
I'm talking to it.
You guys would actually. I mean, those of you that are Witchlight Hands, you would
Would
know
we
this is
know?
Ernest. You know about Ernest. I mean, everyone knows about Ernest. I mean, he
It's
got
hard to
into
play
a.
I didn't realize I would have to have like a lot of knowledge about everything playing a Witchlight Hand. I'll swap to something else because I don't know a damn thing about this place.
I'm not honestly expecting that from you, but I will
Right.
help you as the
That's fine.
information becomes
Yeah.
pertinent.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ernest lives a bit of a sad life, unfortunately. He has the mind of a middle-aged human. It was the result of a prank involving an organ grinder, his pet monkey, a leprechaun, and a great quantity of brambleberry wine. Basically, his mind was swapped with his monkey's, but it turned to disaster when the body ran off with the monkey's mind inside it. Never to be seen again.
Ernst,
He
I
now
keep
works the
telling-
Calliope.
Ernst, I keep telling you not to bother people for buttons, man.
Can't help it. Please, spare a button if you please. And he starts the whole litany over again as the ladybug will rattle it one more time before moving on. Nerdy, did you say you're going to put one in?
Yes, I'll pull a button off of my apron, pop it in there, and say, "Enjoy it, young friend."
And Twisted
Nice.
Fate from his cloak.
Beautiful.
Or moon.
Yeah, as you do, the goblin does like a little spin. He does it like 3 times. He's starting to get a bit dizzy now as you guys put buttons in every time. And he begins to like saunter off to the next group of people.
Yeah, Kelvin would have
But
dropped
it's-
a couple from his pocket that he picked up in there. And give him
Nice.
a little pat on the head.
As he saunters off and you kind of step a little to the side, the Calliope fades away to the general atmosphere of the music of the carnival. And as you see here, as you arrive here, there seems to be some kind of strange event taking place. You do see that a large, a 12-foot tall walking tree, garlanded in golden ribbons, is busy marching down the main thoroughfare here. Emerald clouds swirl above the tree and rain down golden, spinning sycamore seeds. You can see fairgoers trying to catch the seeds before they hit the ground, kids especially laughing and having a lot of fun. And as the seeds gently fall, you can see that a chatty squirrel scampers along the boughs of the tree, handing dandelions to select passerbys. And I've actually got a quite beautiful handout here for you. And I want to ask that as you see this, as you can see some of the kids and some of the other people reaching out to try and grab sycamore seeds, does anyone themselves try to catch one before it lands and burrows into the ground?
I
I
would
would
prefer to
absolutely
catch one.
love to.
Kelvin was made
Yes.
to
Okay.
do this.
Sydney makes a small little dash to try and catch one.
Please, whoever would like to, give me a DC 10 dexterity check.
I will bet that's cool.
Ooh, first rules of the game. Here we go.
Hell yeah. Dirty 20.
It said, dexterity
It's a
check.
10.
Hey,
Yes.
Oh, I just made it.
Ooh, 18.
How tall is Northwind?
12 feet tall.
Okay.
You know,
I
he
like-
also normally handles entry to the Dragonfly rides, but he does handle the welcome gift event kind of in the first opening hour. Yeah.
Can I give a bardic inspiration to Benbrook?
I mean, but you can't do that as a reaction.
It's a
Frozen warrior.
bonus action. I don't know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, just shy. But what I do want to ask is just what's confusing me a little bit. If you guys wouldn't mind, if you haven't going into Roll20 settings and just changing your display names in the top right by the cogs and the settings just to represent your
Yep.
character. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, those of you that caught it, so 10 or above, please give me a D8.
Okay.
Okay, we've got 2 4s and then a 5. So wow, a lot of 4s.
Three fours.
Well, I mean that's a pretty useful one. All of you that rolled a 4, you gain a die, which is a D4 that you can hold on to for now, and you can add it at any time to one ability check before the next dawn.
Okay.
What's a one?
Wait, a 1 on a dexterity check or a 1 on the D8?
On the D8.
A 1 is you gain a personality trait until dawn, and that is I am easily amused.
Nice.
And so number 5 will, as you look, the seed blossoms, turns into a single gold piece. And as the tree is about to kind of move past you with kids and families laughing and people trying to reach out and catch the seeds, they notice one person going without, and you can see the small little squirrel run down, and it offers Benbrick a dandelion.
Oh.
Do you accept?
I do. Take the dandelion. I like flowers.
So as you take this, you can make a wish while blowing the dandelion seeds into the air. You can secretly write down this wish on a piece of paper, something your character might want or ask for, and this might be pertinent later in the story. Keep it somewhere safe for now. Okay. But as the welcoming event carries on, you guys are kind of left on your own in front of the big top tent, which is preparing. The big top extravaganza is at the 4th hour of the night, but you guys have a long way to go. What would the party like to do?
First, I want to introduce myself. I look over at the party and say, "We all appear to be here for a reason, so we might as well get to know each other. The name is Sydney H. Wid, but y'all can call me Sid. Lolly ho, my friends."
Very nice to meet you.
Oh, Sydney?
Nice to meet you. I'm Livia Murdoch from Waterdeep.
Pleasure to meet you, Rivia.
Livia.
Livia. A pleasure to meet you, Livia.
I'll reach out and very solemnly shake your hand.
I'll grab it with both hands and kind of, in a little more rapid way, kind of eagerly shake it.
I'll keep my cool, but you can kind of tell it's a little bit much for her.
And just out of curiosity, we have, sorry to interrupt you there, the 2 Witchlight Hands, do you have a companion? Make sure.
Oh, I thought I did. I didn't pick one. I was going to ask you if I can have one. Okay.
Yeah, you had mentioned it. I didn't know.
So what is it like? Can I pick a pet?
That's
Like
your
a little pet?
background.
Yeah.
I'll put the
okay,
link here.
right.
There is a table you can pick from. A companion. From like an old cantankerous Witchlight Hand to like
That's right.
a worshipper hanger-on, or just like a dog or something like that.
Oh, I want that freaking harmless wisp that just like floats around me.
Nice. Maybe you rescued it from in like a barrel, fell in it or something, and it's kind of followed you ever since, or however you'd like to handle it.
That's right. Old blink dog. Would be nice.
Nice. He only blink a couple of times, then he just like falls asleep or something like
yeah,
that.
that's right.
Yep.
I couldn't
Oh.
find. They don't have like
He
a
sneezes or something and he blinks and comes back and then falls asleep.
Oh, yes, that's so cute.
Brilliant. Well, the night is young. I believe the Witchlight Carnival opens at 8 p.m. And then goes all the way through 8 hours. And right at the end, they crown the Twilight Monarch. And as you look around, you can see many large events. The immediate ones being the Bubble Pop Teapot. You can see this large teapot where people are going inside, and then they seem to be emerging from the spout, trapped in a bubble, and kind of purposefully, and looking around the carnival. They're floating in different directions. You can see some of them are obviously maybe a bit more nervous than others. As a kid that looks like it's changed its mind and is busy like trying to bang on the side of the bubble, but it's difficult. You can see that there's a variety of strange places around. To the north, the gondola swans, the carousels being set up. Yeah.
Are we the
Yes?
P token?
Yeah. You should be able to move that around. That's just the
Okay.
party token we'll be using.
Okay.
If you want to bring down your token to represent yourself, you're welcome to do that as well. And as you look around, there's also a variety of smaller stalls offering a host of strange foods, candies, meals, but also tests of dexterity, strength, intelligence. You could play goblin wrestling, you could play outstare the cyclops, or toss the ring on the Almirage. There's lots of little games, and you can win a variety of prizes as well.
Let's see.
I would definitely want to go wrestle a goblin.
Yeah, I want to take off to that intelligence game.
What's the goblin? What's the goblin? What's the name of the goblin that he's gonna wrestle? I don't know why I couldn't spit that sentence out, but there it is.
No problem. I'll get that for you here.
I would just want to warn him about the goblin cheats, I would say, as he runs to go wrestle the goblin. Because I would probably know that.
It's just Ridroll.
Be careful of that little man. Ridroll, he cheat.
Umberto,
Are all these games
we weren't
rigged?
supposed to tell anyone that. And
Well,
Calvin just
Well,
like
we-
look around nervously.
They are our friends, no? We are trying to make a friendship with them, yes?
Yeah, I suppose.
I believe my age will suit me well here. And
So-
game of strength.
Strength, nice. So you can find a stall here that will test any key ability. Strength is, of course, the goblin wrestling. Anyone wishing to do that, you do see the stall. That is just here on the other side of the Calliope.
Is there one that tests someone based on their incredible acting talent?
Well, there is no poetry contests or charisma-based checks.
That sounds like it could be fun.
Don't forget to do a dramatic pause.
Pause. I shall. I actually slowly fly in reverse toward you, looking at you, and then I give you the finger guns as I spin.
Nice. So is the plan to head
I would-
to the goblin wrestling first, or what's the deal?
I
Is
only
there
need
any
the
way
other
to-
Goblin
game.
wrestling.
Who doesn't want to watch someone wrestle Ridroll? I mean, I know that Ridroll cheats,
Yeah,
like I said, but you can
I
still
would
wrestle.
love to see that.
Can I
Okay.
head off to the bubble pot?
Wait, who said that?
Moon.
Moon? You want to go to the bubble pop?
I just want to get a better look at the grounds.
Okay. Would you guys mind doing either one I mean, I don't mind splitting the party, but it might get slightly confusing.
Oh, I don't mind going with them to watch that happen first. We can just do it in like, let's do this first, and then.
Yeah, did our instructions
Sure.
keep an eye on or help them all get around and try to corral them all to like stay together? Was that kind of the instructions that we got, or no? This is Kelvin.
Not necessarily to stay together, maybe, but more to just make sure that they have an enjoyable
Okay.
night.
Easy enough.
I'll provide musical accompaniment.
Okay. Moon, would you mind just watching a goblin match before you head over there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. As you guys head over to the small stalls with the variety of strange events going on, you do see a kind of like a little mud pit. And you can see that a couple of goblins do man this stall. Strong folks, test your mettle in a goblin wrestle. Who we got? Looking around, who's stepping up?
Is there a door going into this tent or area?
It's not a tent, it's more a corral. So there would be a gate.
Hey,
Okay.
Rickroll.
Who's stepping?
I will go. I will wrestle you.
He waves at you as you kind of call him out. You can see he's got his backup wrestler there, as they usually do 2v1. Okay. Who was that stepping up? Was that Benbrick?
Yes, Benbrick.
Okay. So, a medium participant, you have to pin one goblin while wrestling two of them. Winning the game does require a successful strength or athletics check contested by the goblins. They work together to make one check, basically with advantage with the stats of a goblin.
So is this grappling?
This is wrestling.
All right, good.
Yes.
I have an advantage on grappling. So
On athletics checks made to grapple. Okay, I'll allow that. That's going to work well here. You can see the two goblins, hup, hup, one jumps onto the other's shoulder and they like run at you as like some kind of little totem creature, hands swirling and waving. Let's get a roll from you. As we will... Oh, gosh. Okay, 22. As we... Roll for them. Let's see. Strength check with advantage. Okay, I don't... Is there anything in particular you want to do, or should I just narrate your win?
So I see them kind of like stacked up on each other.
Yes.
I'm going to like kind of elegantly slide by them and then grab the bottom one. Hoping to make the one up top fall.
Hey, get off! Yeah, he just kind of stops, and the other one keeps going. Just slides into the mud, kind of like scorpions, as the back of his feet touch his head. You've got one, and you push him down into the mud. And I mean, that's all you really needed, as he's writhing, arms just like, get off! And he's pinned. You can see the other goblin. All right, take it easy there. We got a winner! As you look around, yeah, come and get your prize. We've got more customers to serve. Let's see what we got. Okay, so as for the prizes, you're welcome to roll me 8d8. Here we are, a single application of special magic face paint. So as an action, you can apply the face paint to yourself or another creature, and they gain the benefit of a disguise self spell that lasts for 1 hour or until they choose to end it.
Oh.
I'll put that in roll 20 for you, so just make a note you've got this single application. Was anybody else interested in something in particular? Or do you want to go to...
I want to do
Yes?
the game of intelligence, whatever that
I'd
may
also
be.
like to do that one.
Before we
Perfect.
leave the
Game of
goblin,
charisma, if you could, for me.
the wrestling, Before we
Sure.
leave the wrestling, Kelvin, always usually on his time off, rare as they are, will go over here and kind of spar with Ridgerall and his buddy. So now that there's a little bit of an audience, Kelvin will step up. Before Kelvin gets into like the mud, they'll like wipe their feet off on the grass. Be like, "All right, Ridgerall, you know how this is gonna go."
He just takes like his hands and cups and like scrapes the mud out of each eye. Oh, it's payback time. Come, let's go. Hop, hop. And they restack. Okay, so running in, let's get a check from you, please.
Strength check, you said.
Strength, athletics is allowed if you have that
Okay,
proficiency.
athletics. Sure do. Come on.
Got to be the 15. Oh, as you try and grab onto them, the bottom goblin slides onto his knees in this epic scene as the top one just ducks under your arms. And as they spin around, they grab you on the back and with surprising strength, manage to get you onto the ground. Hey!
Good job, Ridgerall.
And hey, you win some, you lose some. I don't do this for nothing. There's a reason they get me to do the wrestling.
Yeah, I'll be back later. What is that now? Me 7, you 2.
All right. You don't have to put it in my face. Don't forget to stub your tickets. So keep in mind, you got 8 ticket stubs for the night, and participating in one of these events is a ticket stub. Yeah, they're gonna punch it. I mean, so on to the intelligence. As you look around for maybe a stall that's more suited to your unique talents, you do see one. Birds of a feather. How about feathers of a bird? Step right up and guess how many feathers festoon this fiendish fowl. And you can see that there is a Witchlight hand showing off quite a dire-looking creature that has tried to be spruced up a bit by having a variety of colorful feathers stuck to them. So you are welcome to try and guess the number of feathers on one of... They've got a couple of these cage cockatrices set up for this event, and you need to succeed. It's a bit of a tough one. You need to succeed on a DC 18 intelligence roll to earn 1 prize. You have 3 tries, and if you get it on your first attempt, you get 2 rolls on the prize pool.
All right,
Shall I go
Sydney.
first or shall you?
Yeah, you can go first.
All right. So
All
I
right,
get
good
3
luck.
rolls.
Yep.
Oof.
You're way off. Higher. Come on.
Oh my god.
No, that's lower. I said higher. Okay, you got one more time left. Oh, okay. You may have been close on that one. I cannot confirm or deny, but unfortunately, you're not going to do it this time. Thank you for participating, though.
Thanks for the opportunity, I suppose.
Who else would like to try? Unfortunately,
walk-
okay. Yep.
What's that? Yeah,
Sydney?
Sydney walks up, holds up his ticket, says, "Punch her up. I want to give her a guess."
Let's have it then. 3 guesses to you. And he punches your tickets.
Nope.
That's, I mean, you heard the other lady. You know it's not down there.
Close.
You're getting there.
Come on. Yeah.
Oh, we have a winner. All right, step right up and claim your prize. You can roll us a d8. And with a 3, you get a single packet of pixie dust. I'll give you the handouts. You can give someone a flight speed for a little bit.
All right.
Fly
cool.
responsibly now. And I'll hand it over to you. Someone else mentioned they want to also attend something, I think.
Yeah, I'll take a swing at the intelligence, but I'd like to do the dex.
You want to do the dex one, which is the Almirage ring toss. You are definitely welcome to do that. You approach a small little stall that has the Almirage is like basically a unicorn rabbit, and has a lot of little figures like this that you got to try and get the rings onto. Adorn its horn with 2 or 3 rings to win a prize. Wait, what is you rolling
Not
int?
accurate.
Yeah, I asked if I could take a swing at the intelligence. See, now we were already there.
Oh, that's fine. Sorry, I thought you meant the dex challenge of dex
I
version.
do want
but,
to. Head to the
that
back.
is. So are you wanting to play the Guess the Feathers challenge?
Yeah.
Well, you get it the first time. You can see people around you are disappointed. All right, we're going to bring another one forward. Don't worry, it won't be too long. Well, getting it the first time, you get to roll twice on the Carnival prize table. So give us 2 d8 rolls.
Okay. Two ones.
2 ones. Okay. Give me 2 d100s. That's something from the trinket box. And they pull up this strange box of knickknacks. Very odd things. Let's see what you get.
63.
Okay. A black executioner's hood, sized for a pixie or a sprite.
Okay.
1 more d100. Okay, and then you guys can think about possible events you might want to see next as time starts to go on. You're going to start ticking towards the 2nd hour. I'm going to move you over to like the halfway mark. Let's see, a 79 will net you a wooden magnifying glass that is unfortunately missing its lens.
Okay.
There you are. Some bits and bobs from here and there. You never know when it will come in handy.
Thank you.
Okay. There's 2 strange
Does
trinkets
anyone-
go to you.
Does anyone want to join me on the decks?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Okay. Winning those prizes, you come to the Almirage ring toss. You get 3 rings. Your tickets get punched again, so make note of that. Tossing it over the horn requires a DC 17 dexterity check. You need 2 successful tosses to get a single prize. And if you get all 3, you get 2 rolls.
Just a straight dex check or anything within, or what?
What's the DC?
DC 17 dexterity check. I'd say maybe sleight of hand could be applicable here.
Okay.
I'd allow that.
Said 3 rings.
3 chances, you need 2 successes.
All right, the trick is, you see that horn? You gotta put the ring on the horn. Yeah. Just getting warmed up.
Let's have 2 more from you.
Yeah. You gotta hone it in. It's kind of, they bounce. It's rough. And Kelvin will take like a slight off filter angle, and like, now this is the one that makes it. And he'll begin to like spin it on his finger and just lob it forward. Oh, that was a 20. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, you might have better luck.
I shall show us how it is done. Yes.
Oh, so close. It kind of like rings around and then falls off.
Oh.
Oh, nice. Solid. Doesn't even touch anything, just goes right over the Almirage. One more success needed. Hey, there it is. Nice one. Okay, roll us a d8, and you can get something off the carnival prize list.
You, Moon, are you hustling? I don't think Mr. Witch
What?
and Mr. Light will like that too much.
My eyes are huge with excitement, and I'm like clapping and looking over at my tour guide and thanking him.
Yeah, of
Can I,
course.
At this point, Sydney's cheering him on.
So you get the glove puppet that's in the shape of a wizard. You can move the puppet's arms to cast the minor illusion cantrip. It's got 3 uses.
Can I roll for this too?
If you would like to, yeah,
That
it
a
costs
thing?
simply a ticket punch. You got to keep track. You have 8 on your tickets.
Yeah, I haven't used one yet. So,
Sure, give us 3
here's
dexterity
my
checks.
ticket. I have. You said sleight of hand, right?
That's also acceptable, yes.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah, warming up. Close, but not there yet. Let's see what you get for your last one. Okay, you started getting there at the end, but I'm afraid not this time, so maybe next time.
Oh, 22 is not high enough. That sucks. Oh well.
No, 22 is fine, but you need 2 successes.
You need 2 successes. Oh, okay, that's too bad.
Yeah.
I want to try as well.
Okay. Keep note of your punches. Give us 3 sleight of hand checks, and I think you see 14. You need to beat DC 17. And as you guys are having fun at the small stores, you do see that you are near lost property. And some of you at the back that kind of aren't participating at the moment would notice quite a strange creature that is over there. Outside the lost property wagon, a large feline creature with midnight blue fur, and it has a pair of tentacles extending from its shoulders, and it is also wearing fake butterfly wings. Hanging from its collar, you see a small wooden keg, and the creature roughhouses currently with 2 young boys. One boy kind of squealing, "Again, Durla, again!" while the other is busy hanging on the creature's neck. And it looks something like this. I'll send you the handout. Okay, as we go back to the Almirage toss, unfortunately not this time, sir. A good promising shot, but you need 2 successes again. Please feel free to try again if you want to get your ticket stubbed.
I will try my luck elsewhere.
He nods.
I think my attention would be caught by the lost property and the children playing with the creature. I'd kind of like to make my way over there.
You're welcome to do so. The lost property. You can see the kids playing with this creature, and as you approach, one of them stops. Thirsty Durla, and you can see he kind of opens the strange keg at the creature's neck and begins to drink this. It kind of looks like apple juice or like a syrup or something like that. But as you approach, you can see Durlagor does take you into its view and give you a slight nod.
And I'll nod back, maybe in the form of almost a little bow, and say, "Good evening. Lost property. How do you find things here at the carnival and return them to people?"
Good evening, fairgoer. We keep hold of things that have gone missing, correct? As a good place to find them generally. Is there something you seek?
Well, as a matter of fact, there is, although I lost it a very long time ago. I don't know how long you keep things.
Until they are claimed.
Would you
Tell
have
me
ever
what it
found?
is. Yeah.
Well, would you have ever found a little doll, a wooden doll, like an elf, with a little blue dress, and it has a star on the front?
You can see this creature kind of immediately begins to shake its head. I'm afraid I know of all that we have, and this I have not seen. Not all things that are lost here are so easily found. I'm afraid you need to look elsewhere for this. And as she says this, you can see one of the kids is busy rummaging in the lost property and kind of comes out with this silvered ball. As the kid moves forward, just like staring at it entranced, you can see Durlagorn snatches the ball back with one of the tentacles, with the snarl, causing the kid to kind of dash away in fright. No, Biro, please! I can't leave my station. Please, could you assist me and bring the child back? I'm watching it for her parents.
Absolutely. I'll dart off after the child.
Okay. You can all... if anyone... You guys would see this, those of you standing nearby. If anyone does want to assist, you're welcome to do so. Making a perception check to kind of look and listen, or if you want to use any of your other skills, you're welcome to do that.
I'll go ahead and help. I have a +3 in perception.
I do
Yeah,
not.
Kelvin hurries up after Olivia.
Do you want me to roll perception as well?
Rolls
Please.
are not good. Jeez Louise. Hey, that's good.
You want me to roll as well? So I'll be helping.
Anyone who's helping, please give me a roll. Yeah. Perception.
Oh, yeah.
And a 24.
Are you going to be rolling in chat so we can see your rolls?
My laptop is severely underwhelming, and it takes a while for the results. It's quicker on my phone if it's not inconvenient.
Okay.
But I can roll on the laptop if you would like it in chat.
No, that's fine, as long as we don't start getting critical 20 combos. All right. So as you guys look around, that is good that we had some extra eyes on this, because this child was hard to find. Getting lost in the merriment and the party goers around. It's a DC 15 wisdom check. Sydney and so Blake, could you rename your character for me in roll 20? Or is this? I think this might be. If
The
you go
display name?
to. Yeah, no, the roll 20 name. If you go to the dialogue where you normally type text and it says who you're speaking as, you can change that to your character. I think that might
I
help as
changed
well.
it to that, but it didn't go up as that, so I
It's
just
weird.
went in and I changed the display name in the personalization and display.
I'll just put you, because I got you down as Bam Bam, so when I see Blake, it throws me off, but I'll just put 2 down. Okay, not a problem anymore. Now, as you two follow this creature, this small, scared child, between two of the nearby small stalls, you can hear a bit of crying, and as you step out of the general path, those of you who also looked, Calvin, Livia, you would see, looks like your friends have noticed something. You're welcome to follow after them if that is what you wish. But as you come to an area, it's like here. It's between the water's edge and the back of the stalls. It's kind of like a no man's land where no people are walking around. And as the kid's sitting there, with kind of knees against his chest, you can see a couple of creatures around him, just like poking at him, prodding him, every now and again, seeing if he's responsive. He doesn't seem to notice them, as he's kind of crying quietly to himself. This is what the creature would look like. It is like a tiny creature. There's 2 of them, and kind of one begins to pull on his hands a bit, and the creature looks, and the kid looks, no, I don't wanna go with you. The creature, how are you guys approaching the situation yet?
I'm seeing these frog-like creatures picking on this child.
If you followed your friends, you are seeing this.
Yes, I'll chase them away from the kid. Go on, leave him alone.
Yep. Kind of one jumps onto the stall roof, another jumps onto a tree, and they kind of bare their teeth and hiss at you. This is a strange occurrence. Those two Witchlight Hands, you've personally never seen creatures like this. You would chalk this off to strange Faerun wildlife, maybe.
As soon as they leave the kid alone, I'll actually go check on the child as soon as the whatever's bothering him is gone.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy enough to console the kid who said his parents did leave him with Durlagron while they just go and get something checked out. They're going to get more tickets, get some food and stuff like that. So it'll be easy enough to lead him back there now that he's kind of feeling maybe a bit safer.
I'll console him. He didn't mean to startle you. If you'll come back, I'll take you back to that creature. I don't think we ever got his name.
I'll put that in chat for you. It is a bit of a mouthful. Yes, it is Durlagron.
Durlagron. I'll take you back to Durlagron. We'll get you back safe.
The kid nods. I like Durla. Yes, I want some candy apple juice. And kind of like a bit of a snot bubble as he's hiccuping a little, but he seems fine.
She'll wipe his face.
Nice. He comes back good as new, and you see Durlagron turn. Thank you for finding him. Vero, I'm so sorry, please. It was my mistake. It's okay. And she embraces the child and turns. And as she's kind of apologizing to the child, says as an aside to you all, my cub, whose name is Star, this is all I have to remember him by, a small ball. He also disappeared one day. And unfortunately, he was also one of the things that never came back.
And I'll empathize with her, right? I'll tell her I'm missing my own child as well. So I understand.
And there's a look of empathy that appears into the eyes of Durlagron as this like huge creature, imposing creature, comes over and kind of like how a cat would comfort a human. It kind of like butts its forehead against you a little bit, giving you a slight like a hug.
I'll butt my head back against hers.
Nice. There you are. Parents come back. The kids are, Mom, Dad, we're playing with Durla, and I saw strange frog-like people. Well, you could tell me all about it. And they collect their kids and kind of go off to enjoy the party some more. And as you see, as the child was located, you notice a slight increase in the joviality, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of the general atmosphere of the place. People, the smiles grow wider, the lights get brighter, the colors just become more exquisite as for saving the child Vero, the general mood of the Witchlight goes up one stage.
It's
Very nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You find yourself now at Lost Property, and yeah, I'll let you speak now. This event, though, will take you over to the 2-hour mark.
Oh, are we not going to do the charisma game? The poetry?
You totally can, yes. If you still want to do that.
I'm a bard.
Yeah, 100%, man. Everyone else got to go. Let's see here.
I might give it a go.
You guys should really see this.
Okay.
Umberto's got it. He's
Well,
got the
see.
bars.
I do have the bard.
I'm no poet, but I have a way with words on occasion.
Nice.
Can I call
so-
the fairy party member down?
Sorry, what do you mean by that? You mean Umberto?
Umberto?
Yeah, the bard. Umberto.
Sure.
Can I kind of just wave my hand to get your attention and have you come down to me?
Okay, I fly down gracefully.
I'll go ahead and present the hood that is fairy sized to him. And just thank him for being our tour guide.
It is never a problem, my friend, my friend.
You get an executioner's hood.
An executioner, son. That.
Ooh, Umberto, that
Very
could be part of
nice.
your act.
Yes, I'm very dangerous, you see.
Kelvin's feet will pat against the ground really fast.
You're right in my notes here.
So, in the background, sound the chime, it's time to rhyme. You bring the poem, we'll bring the noem. Now, this is going to be performance checks, and you don't actually have to come up with a poem or anything. If you feel uncomfortable with that, we can simply go for
I don't know
rolls.
if I'm smart enough for that one.
Yeah.
It is up to you. It is going to be similar, in a similar sense, a best of 3. Wait, you must outperform a gnome in a best of 5 poetry contest. Apologies. So you require 3 successful performance checks out of 5 to
Okay.
win.
I will try.
So who's going to be first?
Now
Alberto?
you go right ahead. I'm gonna watch and see how this plays out.
I'll kind of make my
Nice.
way to the front and like I wanna. So you said performance?
Yes, you did, I think.
All right,
Okay, wait. Who was that now? Sydney?
Sydney. Yes.
Oh, okay, you can. Go ahead.
For
Okay, yes. Sorry about that, Umberto. We'll get to you right
No
away.
problem. Just-
So you
I
got to
got
beat
4.
DC 15. You need to get 3 successes out of 5 rolls.
Okay, so my first one was a 4. Second was 19.
Yes, you can hear the gnome kind of bouncing off you, oohs and ahs from the onlookers that have kind of gathered to watch. A flea and a fly and a flew were imprisoned, so what could they do? Said the fly, let us flee, let us fly, said the flea. So they flew through a flaw in the flue. And
There you
it
go.
looks like, fortunately, the gnomes get the better of you this time. As you look to the crowd, you can see like one in the back. Oh, he got served. But and generally, the consensus is that the gnome won this round. Thank you, thank you.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I hate rhyming. Zebra.
Very well. Next contestant.
All right, I'm gonna roll my performance.
Let's have it.
Not very good. Not very good. Better. Increasing. Aww. I did not. A little rusty.
Let's see
My day off.
here.
My day off.
Oh. Unfortunately, yep. The goblin is just spitting fire today, and you're unable to keep up with him. You seeing you're not going to win this, you honorably bow out.
I nudged Livia forward.
Oh, I'm hoping my experience with the nursery rhymes might come in handy here.
Okay, well, let's have some rolls. As the turtle lives twixt plated decks, which practically conceals its sex. I think it's clever of the turtle in such a fix to be so fertile. And people crying out in the background, not liking that so much. Let's see, Olivia.
Oh, damn.
Oh, so close. So close. Okay, unfortunately, for a third time, a hat trick. I think it is time to retire. Who would like to take my place? Kind of looking to some of the other gnomes.
Me.
Another one steps up. Unfortunately, no one here seems successful. Yes?
Can I use suggestion to win?
Oh, wait. I have that D4. Can I do it on that last performance check?
Oh, totally. Yes.
Okay.
You need to get a 3 or higher.
Here goes.
You got
I can-
this.
Oh, damn it.
Close, unfortunate. So as for cheating, you're going to have to try and conceal it. You might get kicked out of the carnival if they catch you. It's up to you if you want to risk it.
I was
I
going to
give him-
conceal it in my performance.
Can I give him a bardic inspiration to attempt this?
I mean, who is he trying to attempt it on?
I don't know.
Is there a
I will-
specific role Yes, you want?
So I was gonna use suggestion and have them lose, I guess. So I would win.
It's dodgy, man. It's very risky. If you really have your heart set on it, you could try it.
Okay, probably because I don't have performance. I just didn't like him seeing that beat everybody.
And he
No,
looks
these
smug
gnomes are
with it
very
too.
talented.
Kelvin will try
He's like
after.
twirling his mustache. Who wants to try?
Kelvin will try after. Who's just?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Olivia.
try, it, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna try, it, but I'm not gonna use suggestion.
I'll clap my hands together and give whoever's next thumbs up.
Okay, well, you're welcome to give it a go by giving me some performance checks as you burst into some limericks, some rhymes, some tales from childhood, maybe.
It's tricky to rock a rhyme.
Oh, I thought it was
When
almost
you
a
don't
20.
have the time.
So close.
Are you having trouble saying this stuff? It's really quite easy for me. I just look in a mirror and see what I say, and then I just say what I see.
Unfortunately, the gnomes are just unbeatable this evening. And please note that each attempt here is costing you 1 punch on your tickets. But for the meantime, none of you come away successful. And you find yourself still near the lost property.
Would Kelvin be able to try? Or
Of
we
course,
can
yes,
just
yes,
move
yes.
on to something else. That's fine.
You're welcome to give it a try, Kelvin. You can give us some performance checks, please. 5.
Do it, Kelvin. Someone needs to
Alright.
take these gnomes down.
Amidst the Feywild's realm, a mystic hue, where ancient trees and flowers grow, a land of wonders strange and wild, where laughter danced like a joyous child.
Oh, that's a good start. People
Beneath
clapping
the
for
moon,
you.
they softly sway, fake creatures in a magic ballet, silver streams, a tranquil glide, through meadows green, where dreams reside.
Dang.
Oh, damn. He
But
tries to
beware,
follow
the
up.
time's elusive art in the Feywild. It plays its part a moment there, an age outside, where reality and fantasy collide.
As he takes a note out of Umberto's book and starts to add some flair.
Awesome. The goblin begins the gnome begins sputtering. The cow is of the bovine ilk, one and is moo, the other silk. I mean milk. And people are booing him, and and he kind of walks off stage frustrated. And it does look like someone finally gets the better of him in the situation here. Please give me a D8 roll.
Kelvin will look towards Umberto and say,
Well, I learned from the best.
shit.
Okay. You also get an application of this magic face paint that doubles as disguise self spell.
That's cool.
Will use as you see fit. And you guys are still near the lost property. You have a lot of time until the big event starts, like the big top extravaganza. As you are looking, as you're kind of looking around at the folks around you, you can see with a puff, a man's head suddenly turns into the head of a braying donkey. You can see some pixies giggling delightfully as he puts his hand on this kind of like furry head and trying to shout. Nothing comes out but brays. He kind of runs off into the crowd.
Can I swing past the Lost and Fountain?
Yeah, easily. Derligron is still there.
I'd like to inquire about my lost item.
What is it, may I ask, that you lost?
Creativity.
Oh, that is a tricky one. Hard to tell what form it would take, is it? I keep nothing so special here, my child. I'm afraid that may have been taken to somewhere else.
Like where?
I can't tell you. I wish I knew. I would travel there myself. But at times I feel like the Witchlight Carnival touches onto more worlds than simply the one it's set up on.
Can I roll a persuasion to get a bit more of a clue if he has one?
Sure.
If he doesn't, that's fine, but... Yeah, okay. I got a 7, so no.
Alright. But I wish you best of luck, and may you find something that is this dear. And turns back to its duties. Okay. Do you guys have any interest in any of the various events taking place here? You can hear people talking about some kind of cupcake eating contest at the feasting orchid. The gondola swans you hear being discussed. There's a snail races that are constantly happening in the backgrounds.
Can we see the carousel from where we're at?
You can. It doesn't seem to be operative yet. There's a bit of a frustrated-looking maiden there trying to set up the whole thing. She's a bit of a unique-looking individual. She is the back end of a horse or something like. She looks like something like a centaur.
Does it look like we probably shouldn't bother her? She's very busy, or that she might want some help?
She could want some help. Yeah, I think you could pick that up.
Anybody want to go check out the carousel?
I mean, it's
I'll go
my
with
day
you.
off, but it's always nice to help out a fellow hand.
I'd like to ride it eventually if we can help her with it.
I really excitedly start clapping my hands together.
More hands equals quicker work.
All right. Start to make your way over there. Amidst the groups, and as you do, you can see the dragonfly ride. So with people getting mounted up and getting escorted all over in the air, you can see a giant dragonfly swoops overhead, and its rider, whoa, whoa, look out! And a drink kind of spills down over some nearlight Witchlight hands. Just kind of look at themselves in frustration before going to get some new clothes. But you guys head around the corner to the carousel. As you arrive here, there's a procession of wooden unicorns that stand motionless for the meantime on a circular wooden platform. Fairgoers are kind of looking onward as a female centaur is busy setting the ride in motion. And here
Hello.
she... Yes?
Hello, Diana. Is carousel down again?
Yeah, their names rub off so easily, and they don't like to operate when they don't have them on. They can be quite annoying to manage at sometimes, but they like to change it up. Maybe you wouldn't mind taking a look for me and see if you could figure it out.
Certainly, I have some VIP guests here who would. I'm sure they would like to help. It's a fun ride. As Kelvin will just look back at everyone and clop his feet a few times in the grass.
Yes, I would take a look. Investigation.
I can certainly
or-
help.
Yeah, I'll clap my hands together. Say,
Awesome.
tell me what to do.
Okay, so I'll explain how it works in a second. I just want to add some more background for those of you that are a Witchlight hand. What you would know about Diana is that she is quick to correct anyone who calls her a centaur, and she always has firmly maintained that she's a human who made a bad deal. And as
Kelvin will kind of whisper that to others and be like, "She's actually human. She's not the C word. Don't ask."
As you go to the carousel, the unicorns, they seem to be in mated pairs. Now, each of the pairs has one that's name is visible and another that's got a couple of letters rubbed out. So I'll start posting these in pairs, and you need to try and extrapolate and work out what one of the names are by looking at the other. Okay. So for the first pair, the rubbed out name looks like that, and the one that's filled in reads Fortune. Okay, that's the first pair.
Bold.
Fortune and
Are you filling in the letters OLD then?
Maybe we should look at all of them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, let's take a
Yeah.
look at other things first.
All right. The rest are. Let me get them out. They don't should give a nice handout for this, but they don't.
this stuff.
Okay, that's all of them.
Can I whisper to the fairy guy? What is your name?
Umberto?
We've lost the fairy. We've lost it. Yeah.
Umberto's gone.
Okay. Well, then I will whisper to Kelvin maybe, and point at the second pair and say pride.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that seems about right. Hey, Diana,
Yeah?
my friend over here thinks, is this pride? Pointing to the second pair of horses.
Well, here she hands you some paint. If you feel comfortable with the brushes, put the name on and see if the horse accepts it.
Here you go, Moon Moon.
I'll kneel down and start to paint.
Okay, filling in pride, the horse comes to life, whinnying and kind of nuzzling you with its nose before falling still once more. It seems to have accepted it.
Great job. Looks nice.
I'll look at the group. I think the first one may be born.
I think it might be bold because
I
fortune.
believe it
will
might be
favor the
bold.
bold.
Old.
I agree.
Okay.
Fortune favors the bold. Yeah. I'll hand off the paint to whoever said that.
Oh,
Very well.
I don't think I can paint anymore.
I can paint that one.
You're welcome to do so, and as you do, Bold, it also accepts it in a similar way, breathing this and kind of blowing out with this musty, kind of earthy smelling breath, sending your hair flying back. But it's doing it in a friendly manner, and it quickly maintains its normal state again.
I'll pat its nose.
Nice. Well, it seems you got 2 more left only.
I'll say, could the third one be moss?
A rolling stone gathers no moss. And then the last one, Stitch in Time, saves 9, N-I-N-E.
So I'll go ahead and
Hey.
take. I'll go ahead and paint moss on the third one.
Nice. Yep, moss. And it also accepts it. Both the final answers are accepted. And you can see the carousel, in fact, comes to life. You can see Diana clap in enjoyment and ask, please, you are welcome, free of charge. Have the first ride. The creatures are now
It'd be
alive. Kind of gesturing for you to get on, some of them kneeling down if you are not tall enough to easily climb up, things like that. They seem very friendly.
At this,
Okay.
I'm like jumping up and down, excited like a child, and
Yep.
I
Me too. I'm clapping.
and
I'd like to very calmly climb onto Bold, please.
I'll
Kelvin's
take
gonna,
moss if nobody else is standing nearby.
Kelvin will jump
Sure.
onto fall.
Nice.
Oh God.
Hop.
Is the
As-
fourth? Did we just assume the fourth one's there, or were there just only 3?
Well, they're
no,
pairs, so it should
um,
be 8, right? Or there's more.
Olivia
Yeah, there's-
told us there's only these
Okay,
pairs. There's these 4 pairs. That's correct.
Okay.
So there's
then
8
yeah.
horses. Just
Yeah, they are quite large. As you guys climb
which one you
aboard,
Yeah. I'll hop on Stone.
Okay.
Alright,
Oh, is it
watch
like
it.
this name?
nice. And you can see they do. Well, I mean, they can't all represent their names. Some of them are very abstract names, but this one does seem to be kind of a mottled grey sheen. Maybe just accidentally. Okay, and the carousel comes to life. The horses beginning to push you around as the strange lights of the carnival keep the sky alive in the background. And as you are coming to kind of get comfortable on the horses as they spin around and around, seeing the various faces of the smiling people around you, the creatures do more than just give you a ride. One by one, they begin to speak to you. Turning around, kind of whispering out of the sides of their mouths, they begin to tell you certain interesting facts as a thank you for restoring them to their previous glory. Now we'll just go one by one here to go through what they tell you. We'll start with Sydney. And Sydney, the horse that you are on, what are you... sorry, I don't have all the list in front of me. What is it that was taken from you again?
My sense of fashion. It was either that or direction, because I know
Oh,
we
yes.
think. Was it direction or fashion?
I think it was fashion. I've got down here fashion for you. I do see that now.
Okay, yeah, then fashion.
Okay. This creature will tell you of the being that has this. You learn of a creature that's name is Bavlorna Blightstraw. And something tickles your mind when it kind of describes this creature for you, as you've seen something similar, and there's tiny little frog creatures that were harassing the child. But the creature you see is a much larger version of that. It looks something like this.
Ooh.
All right.
Bavlorna Brightstraw and Moon. You see, this creature is also told by your mount to have what you seek as well.
Okay.
Okay, just keep that in mind. Now, and as you are told this, just see here what else we find out. You are told that Bavlorna's lair is a rambling cottage on stilts in a fey swamp. You can use that however you want. As it starts, the others start to speak to you as well. Let's see, Umberto. Do you have a lost thing?
Umberto.
Barto's
Wait,
actually disconnected.
Yep.
Umberto's the one that left. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. And Calvin is not here,
I'm here.
so that would leave.
I'm back.
Oh, you are here.
Yes.
Do you have a lost thing at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, it'll be.
Yep.
Yep.
It would. This creature would try and help you by telling you that the object that you seek, and remind me what that is, just so I can add it to my list here, please.
Direction.
Direction, perfect. The object you seek is kept by a creature that lives in a dead, hollowed-out tree in a sylvan forest. This creature has a key sticking out of their back, and they ride a flying rocking horse. Her name is Scabatha Nightshade, and she looks like this. Let me just get that down. So that is Calvin as well. And this would also be Umberto, but he's not here. Now, as for Ben, Brick, and Livia, you are told of a creature that has something dear to you. A creature that is quite nightmarish in stature. Let's just change this up for one moment. Okay. She is said to lair atop a mountaintop theater, and those that visit often do not come back. And her name is Endelyn Moongrave, and she is a terror to behold.
Oh.
To try and kind of maybe detecting a bit of tension in your body language, there is this creature would tell you one more thing about Endelyn, just by chance. This monster, I don't know if this will help you, but she is terrified of her own death, which she has foreseen happening during an eclipse. And as this... Yes, sorry?
Oh, I was going to say, well, thank you for that. I don't know how it's going to help, but anything to get it back.
Yeah, you can tell, and it's a strange communication with these creatures. They don't seem to be... I mean, they seem capable enough of fluid conversation, but you're not sure exactly to what extent they are alive. But they do seem to, as a thank you, as a strange thank you, give you an insight into the person responsible for something that you guys are missing.
I lean down, whisper thank you, and then pat it like on its side. Thank you.
Well, you are always my favorite.
It snorts happily. And as you kind of climb down from the carousel as it stops, it may have brought a darker shade to your evening, but around you, the carnival still carries on at full tilt.